I'm Emmanuel and welcome to my workbench. Today I will be doing a $1,000 strap search of $10 banknotes, $10 bills, Canadian $10. So join me after the intro and we'll get right into it. All right, things to know about the $10 banknote. These are also polymer, like the $5 that you've seen before. And there are three designs that we're going to look for. I've already kind of gone through this, and luckily all three designs are in this pack. So the first design is the old design. This features Canada's first Prime Minister, Sir John A. Macdonald, on the $10 on the front of the note. And on the back of the note features Canada's railway industry. So this is a train on the back over there going through the Rockies. So this is the old design. And then there was a commemorative design for Canada's 150th anniversary. So this one was done as well. And on this design, you have, again, here on the left, Sir John A. Macdonald, Sir George Etienne Cartier, another premier, and James Gladstone. He is, I believe, a First Nations chief, and Agnes MacPhail, I believe, who was instrumental in getting the women's right to vote in Canada. The background over here, you see the vaulted ceilings of the Parliament buildings in Ottawa, and you see the coat of arms over here of Canada, and here is an owl with some leaves. It has the Canada 150 logo over here. So this was only issued for a limited time. You can see the date there, 1867 to 2017. Awesome. That was the commemorative design. And now the current design is a vertical design. So the banknote is 90 degrees to what we're used to as the orientation. And this features Viola Desmond. For those of you who are from the United States, Viola Desmond is the equivalent of, is Canada's Rosa Parks, if you will. She stood up to racial injustice and was arrested for sitting in a whites-only section of a movie theater. And this sparked the whole race debate. And as a result, Canadian laws were changed to make people of all colors equal under the law. So that's the design on this side. And on the obverse side, we have the Canadian Museum for Human Rights. And there's a statement over here stating in English and French that every individual is equal before and under the law and has the right to the equal protection and equal benefit of the law without discrimination. And this is from the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Awesome. So these are the three versions of the banknote that you might find in circulation in Canada. Now, unlike my $5 strap search, where I'm trying to collect one of each three-letter prefix, it would be quite expensive if I did the same thing for the other more valuable banknotes, the higher denominations. So I'm just going to be searching for special serial numbers, particular signature combinations, and for this one over here, for this design, there's three signature combinations. So there's Macklem-Carney, Macklem-Pola's, and Wilkins-Pola's. And for the Canada 150, there is only the Wilkins-Pola's. And for the Viola Desmond $10 banknote, there's Wilkins-Pola's and Wilkins-Macklem. And the newest one would be Lane Macklem, the new Deputy Governor of the Bank of Canada. I don't know if any of those have been printed as of yet. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. And specifically for the Macklem-Carney on these ones, the rarest prefix is FTH. For the Macklem-Pola's, both the FTH and the FTN, which is FTH is the beginning of the Macklem-Pola's series, and FTN is the last of the Macklem-Pola's series. And for Wilkins-Pola's, it's a FTN as well. So basically, we're looking for FTH and FTNs for this series. For this series over here, the rarest one is the CDF prefix. And finally, the ones that we're looking for this one is FFE. And of course, there are replacement notes. The only replacement notes that have been published for the $10 banknotes are for the first signature, the Macklem-Carney signature. So runs of replacement notes for the more recent notes have not been published yet. So I will look through that signature combination for any replacement notes. As I said on my $5 banknote search, there is Canada does it a little bit differently. Instead of having a distinguishing feature on replacement banknotes with a little star like they do in US currency, it's just very short series of replacement notes. So usually it's series of 1,000 or 2,000 or even 10,000 banknotes that are done as is needed. So that's why it takes a while to look through them. So what I'm going to do is I am going to divide these banknotes into 3 piles. I will do the 3 signatures for the Sir John A. Macdonald banknote, and this only has 1 signature, so I'll stack those, and I will stack 2 stacks for the Viola Desmond $10 banknote for the 2 signature combinations that are there. And then I'll come back when that's done, and I'll tell you what the next step is. All right, good news. Every single signature combination is accounted for in this strap. There are no Lane Macklem signatures, which are the most recent ones. So the next thing I'm going to do is go through each pile and see if I can find, for these over here, I'm looking for FTH. For these, I'm looking for FTH or FTN. And for these, I'm looking for FTN. For these, I'm looking for FFE, and for both of these I'm looking for FFE, and for this one I'm looking for CDF. So if I find those, I will set them apart and I'll bring you back in and I'll let you know if I found any of those rarer prefixes. All right, I've gone through all of the various signature combinations. This one, because this is the only stack where I can find replacement notes, I've already put them in numerical order. And so for this signature, we're looking for FTH and FTN. And I happen to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 FTNs. Yeah, they're all FTNs. Now, I actually brought my book out because I couldn't believe my luck that I found 7 of them. I'll give you the print runs for these. For the third signature, I found 2 FTNs. For the Viola Desmond, I found the prefix we're looking for is FFE. I found 2 in the first batch over here, and in the second batch I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And finally, the rare signature combination for this one is CDF, and I did find one for this one over here as well. Well, let's have a look here. So this one is for the Sir Wilfrid Laurier, and we can see that normally speaking, for the common signatures, we have 100 million that were printed with these signatures, and only 8.3 million with this one. So that's why the FTH is rare, and I did not find that over there. For the this is the crossover, so FTH I did not find for the Macklem Polas, and there's only 1.6 million of those done, but 40 million of the rest of the runs, and we're down to 7 million for the FTNs, which is probably why I found so many of these. They are 7 million, so they're easier to find. And finally, the FTN over here for the Wilkins Polas is 2.8 million, which I did find too, which is cool. All right, for the commemorative banknotes, so they don't even have a number for the CDF. It says included above. There's a slight premium over it, so it is cool. So just the CDF is worth more than face value, which is great news. For Viola Davis banknote, we have FFEs. There's only 854,000 of these, so I was very lucky to find so many. And finally, the FFEs, if it'll focus, there you go. it says starting FFE, it's in issue, so there's no rarity. No rarity information for these. So if you look over here, only in AU condition will it fetch a premium. So of course I'll be keeping the best one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to see if any of these have special serial numbers, and I'll set aside the ones that do and bring you in after to show you. And I'll also check these ones over here to see if I find any replacement notes in this set over here. So I'll see you in a few seconds. All right, what did I find? Well, I got a couple of almosters. Let me show you this one here. So this one is 5/8, 5/8, 3, 5/8. So this is a trinary, 5s, 8s, and 3s. If this 3 was a 5 or an 8, it would be a binary and it would be worth something. But in Canada, trinaries not collectible. So unfortunately for me, this one goes back. Here's another one that has no special value in Canada, 9626562. This is a 6 repeater, so 962656 and a 2. Again, not collectible in Canada. So this was an interesting number, but going back to circulation. Now, of the 3 that I have over here, these are the ones I'm going to be keeping from the Laurier series. So this first one is the FTN with the Wilkins Polaz signature. So this one is only worth something if it is AU. This one is not AU. You can see that the hologram part here is the first part, one of the first parts to take damage, and you can see lots of dinging. When you compare this to an AU note, this one over here would be AU, and if you look at it, this, the hologram is completely intact. There's no creasing or anything. So this note here would be AU, but this one is not AU. But this is the best example that I have. It's only worth something if it's AU, but I do get to keep an FTN banknote, which is a good addition to my collection. The second one over here, this one is with the Macklem Polaz. So this is the second signature. This one also is the FTN signature on this one. So this one is just worth face value, but it is a rare serial number. So if I don't recall which signature combination I have in my collection. If this one is better than the one I have, then I will go ahead and replace it with this one. Otherwise, if I don't have this signature, this is the best one to keep with this signature combo. And finally, as luck would have it, if this was a 6291, it would have been a replacement note. Oh well, this one goes back. I was all excited. I looked a little bit too fast. That's a shame. I thought I had found a replacement note, but unfortunately not. All right, for these ones here, the only find I have is this CDF, which was a lower print run. And according to my book here, a CDF is even in very fine condition is worth a little bit more than face value. So I will be keeping this one for sure. And finally, I have two over here that I'm going to be keeping for the Viola Davis. They're both FEEs. These are both about AU, and so the FEEs, they're one of each for the signature combination. So you have a Wilkins Macklem here and a Wilkins Polaz there. The Wilkins Macklem is only worth a little bit more than face value if it was in AU in uncirculated condition. And the Wilkins Polaz, this one is as you can see, there's a crease over here. In almost uncirculated, it has a little bit more value. But anyways, I'll be keeping these as well as in my collection. Awesome. So these are all going to go back to the bank. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate your thumbs up. And now let's go to my 1st October giveaway. I will be giving away a set of colorized Hope for a Green Future, colorized and non-colorized quarters, courtesy of Dimebag Darren, who gifted me these. I won that in a giveaway, in a trade with him, so I'm passing them on to a lucky viewer. All you have to do is leave a comment down below, and at the end of the month of October or early in the month of November, I will do all of the giveaway draws for the month of October. So, best of luck to you all. In the meantime, if you haven't already, click my logo over here for and subscribe. And I got another bank note search over here, and a playlist for you to enjoy over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.